Pisces. This is the collective reading for Pisces, for Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever you find Pisces in your chart. So I've forgone putting the dates on these readings because they are really timeless. So whenever you find the reading, that's when it's going to be pertinent for you. So something here is for you. This is the language of life, and the cards are just simply used as a channel for those. Me, an interpreter, but you might have some other interpretations or inspirations or intuitions based on the cards I pull. It might say something to you specifically, and that's the message you came here for. So let's begin by clearing the energy of the cards and space. Feeling the energy being cleared, the previous readings. And also calling on Divine Spirit, highest source, who knows us and loves us for who we truly are. In the signature of Pisces, we ask to be spoken to, best advice, messages, insights that might aid this week for those watching with Pisces somewhere in your chart, I'm guessing, unless you're watching for a Pisces. Or you're just wanting to look at the overall spiritual, sort of unknown space in humanity, which you could also be watching this video for that, since Pisces rules the collective 12th house of the unconscious, of spirituality, of the unseen, kind of like the future too. We have Coca, foresight. Speaking of future, there's Uranus ruling this along with Venus. Sage, the blessing. It's a moon Jupiter influence. And a moon sun influence, blue lotus. This is intuition. And there's the cup runneth over. Blue lotus is an amazing herb for opening the third eye and helping to become more insightful. Okay, so we begin with this energy. I'm definitely feeling with sage, maybe saging is something you want to do. Maybe run the sage through your house or some form of cleansing practice just to purify the space this week. We did just go over your full moon, Pisces, a partial lunar eclipse in your sign. So this is like a renewal time. It's even ceremonial, you could say. So using sage to help clear the space so you can really gain the foresight and intuition that's coming in. Okay, this is really like a double whammy here. Foresight is seeing ahead, right? Having the foresight of what you're going to need. And that's based on intuition. You see that intuitively in your mind, or you feel it. You get a glimpse somehow. Let's go crystal cards. Okay, Pisces, what's the message? We've got garnet, beautiful first chakra, resonating crystal, very beautiful for blood purification, life force energy management or stimulation, so that's the Kundalini. Sexuality might be there with garnet, as it is a rooty, red, sensual sort of color. Speaking of sensuality, I don't know why they made this crystal this shape, but, right? So this is Nirvana quartz, and I'd say, but with garnet, there definitely is some sexuality being highlighted in your chart. Maybe like cleansing some sexuality, sexual cords or sexual energy with this selenite. A purification, again, like sage, of this past, maybe sexual trauma or past sexual connections. Maybe if you're a woman, a yoni steam, or you're just writing down all of the previous interactions and you're blessing them, you're finding their benefit, you're placing their names under a selenite wand, you're doing some act that is a purification, right? So Pisces does rule, got my matcha homemade latte here. Pisces rules like the spiritual, right? And the deeply spiritual and the deeply unknown and the subconscious, unconscious patterns and like what's in the great beyond. And so to access that really and to be able to see forward, we want to make sure we're not like being pulled back by anything. And the 12th and the 8th house have a lot to do with each other. And 8th house does rule sexuality. Is Scorpio's house, is the underworld and such. So these two houses kind of have to get good in order to get the next picture, right? So checking in, make sure that you can get good with yourself about previous sexual or non, like maybe you've been super repressed on the other side and that wants to be cleared also. So something around sexuality, which is a beautiful energy for the collective. The collective very much needs that purification. So thank you. I've been talking a lot about relationship paradigms shifting to a new level. I definitely feel that's true, and we have to do it in all of the places that count, right? And our sexual connections is definitely a huge one. Okay, for the Pisces. For the Pisces. You know, sometimes a big story comes in a random deck. We have defend, mystery, connection, foxglove, brighten, calendula, magic, lady's mantle, attract, violet, dogwood, ghost pipe, foxglove, calendula, lady's mantle, and violet. I'm kind of getting this like a funny sentence, like a decoded message, right? Defend the mystery. I'm getting the connection, brighten. I sound like Yoda now. Defend mystery, connection, brighten, magic, attract. Defend the mystery, brighten your attraction, or brighten your connection with it, brighten who you are in the world, and magic you will attract. And, you know, we do access the mystery in part through our sexuality. That is part of where our life force is channeled. We cannot deny any part of ourselves. So to get the full channel, you gotta like be good with it. You gotta do the acceptance work. Do the ceremony, do the honoring for all the parts of you. Let's go to the animal realm. All right, for Pisces, moose. I feel like there's one more, animals. Is that true? One more of you volunteering to bless up Pisces this week. And on the bottom is the dog. Woof, woof. All right, the first one that came out is moose, wisdom. It's very majestic, right? Noble creature. It says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, right? Into the mystery. Yet, keep your feet grounded on the earth. So brighten the connection between heaven and earth. You're not just floating away, right? We're connecting in, like foxglove is deeply rooted, but it reaches high. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul, mystery. They look like little like things you put to your ears, right? Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Well, the sage blessing is definitely, could also be, you know, the invoking of the ancestors, like coming into prayer, like coming into communion, connection, and asking for these channels to be open. So this could indicate some sort of tantric ritual or some kind of, you know, like building the energy in yourself, if you're not familiar with what that is. And then when you get to a heightened state, then you're saying your prayer, right? Then you're connecting into the ancestors, because you're the most, the most centers are open. The Shakti is flowing. You have access to a greater quantity of your power, right? Which then you want to channel it to connect in. So then you also have pronghorn with action. So there is something for you to do. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen sense will lead you to success. So that keen sense is your intuition, right? Your intuition will lead you, as long as you are defending the mystery, like you are like going in and you are accessing it and you are like making it a part of your reality. And again, intuitive, the loon or the duck is the intuitive card. So intuition's coming up hard for you, Pisces. I mean, it should kind of come hand in hand with your sign. But sometimes we close that part down, or we're not sure how to listen to it. And this is just an encouragement that's got a lot that wants to, that's maybe even backed up there, that's wanting to be open to. Okay, for Pisces, what's the story? Four of Swords and the reverse star. Wow, somebody's like really been taking time out and losing hope about this, about something. Something feels very unfair. What feels so unfair, Pisces? Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Death, the World reverse, the Tower reverse, the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. Yikes. I mean, we saw some of this last week. So this could have to do with children for some of you, where you felt unjust and almost hopeless, like going at something, persevering for a long time, but then the big transformation, the ending, and the big decision, like what to do on your own now. Like maybe you lost children, or you lost a childhood sweetheart, or you lost someone from your past partner. This can be a soulmate, can feel like that. It was unfair, you're losing hope. You went a long distance, you know, but then it changed, it ended, like you're resisting the ending, you're resisting the Tower, or maybe you knew it was going to end because the Tower is reversed, which can sometimes mean like self-motivated, like you didn't want it to end, maybe, but it did. Maybe someone died and you just couldn't. Now you know what to do alone. So for some of you, you lost someone that you were with a long time. I'm sorry, like your soulmate, or someone like that, someone in your family, someone dear, and it feels unfair. So you've been taking time out, maybe losing a little hope, maybe trying to recover your hope. But the message is clear, you know, even like they want to talk to you. If it's someone who's passed, like they want to talk to you. Ancestors are listening. They speak through you. You are becoming a channel, like they call this ghost pipe, because it's got this hollow stem and looks like a pipe, which pipes are used to commune, right? You play your, like, light your herb and you're opening your mind to communion with the pipe. Especially like, you know, you got your peace pipe or your sacred tobacco, like these are all ways to connect to the other side. So there is something about, and maybe you know that, this is for some of you, about plant medicines, let's say, and maybe you've decided for, you know, whatever reason that you thought you needed to put it down, because, you know, Pisces, Neptune energy, that can have to do with substances, right? And I'm not advocating for any substances, but I only will speak for plant medicine and that have some entheogenic properties. Entheogen means to find the God within. So these communion medicines, which tobacco is and always has been throughout time, but it has been adulterated in our current time. So, but there may be some other medicines you're aware of that maybe you haven't been defending. Maybe you've been like resisting or pushing away. Like Pisces, you have a strong tendency towards shamanic tendencies. I mean, anything in the 12th house or 12th house sign is going to be, you know, on the periphery of the collective, like mind, emotion, heart, like you can sense into other realms, right? So to defend that, to be a defender of those realms and that spirit beyond. And if someone passed, like they're definitely urging you to do some kind of a ceremony that's beyond, you know, funeral rites or something that's like an honoring, blessing, communion ceremony. I mean, some might say you're saying do a seance, but I mean, you can just like tune in internally and even just say like what, and then listen. But I like to light a candle and do some smudge and honor all the elements that make up this reality, because we understand we're calling on a fifth element, or some might even say beyond that, to access communion beyond the veils, right? So when we have like a candle lit, that's fire. When we have a stone, you know, that's earth. When we have incense, that's air. And we have like our cup of water, that's water, right? And now we're asking to commune beyond. We want spirit to be present. So we're acknowledging what we're made of, and we know we're also made of spirit. So then those elements are like placated, if you will. They're acknowledged, they're honored, and now we open up to, you know, what is beyond. What is beyond. So you'll attract magic if you like seek to brighten that connection, if you seek to, and calendula being brighten here, calendula is often used like marigold, yellow flowers as offerings in many parts of the world. So yeah, to brighten that connection. Yeah, whatever happened, I'm sorry. But don't lose hope. Let's get some clarification cards here. Okay, what can we say to Pisces about the situation? Is there more that can be said? Can we clarify? Four of Swords, reverse star. I mean, for some of you, I mean, I'm really feeling like a spiritual giant in your life that you didn't want to go. Can we clarify the reverse justice? A structure that you were getting a lot from, whether it's a person or it's definitely some kind of structure or foundational person in your life. Reverse Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I mean, someone could have acted badly with reverse Queen of Swords at the reverse justice. It might have been you, but it might have been someone else that's like more of an air sign or fire sign, but we do have ice. That's like cutting words, but not really like doing it in a divine justice way. Maybe some like hurtful things were said, or something was cut away very harshly and it did really pull at your heart. I mean, that could definitely be it like ripped a belief away from you, or a foundational concept away from you, or you're really struggling with losing hope about something that you've been really trying to pray in that doesn't seem fair. Could be like that way. But what I am getting is that there is a flow, a new flow with aces, a new beginning to a more harmonious time in your physical world with the Six of Pentacles. So despite whatever this that happened, that was a long time transforming you and pulling you away from a life with someone or something that you're nostalgic about, and moving toward a more solitary time right now. It's like, don't worry, there is reciprocal energy ahead. Okay, so whether that means like a friend or partner or a job or something reciprocal, something that is going to equally feed you what you feed it, that is ahead. That's what's new and coming. So to like sit with and hear the messages, sit with the wisdom, open up, defend those realms, right, by acknowledging them. Just be that person and move ahead with an open heart, you know, like move ahead with an open heart. What can we tell Pisces to assist in this process that's being shared with them? What's a good practice or awareness to have for Pisces during this time? Okay. Buddhi. Can you say more about this, Spirit? Buddhi would be like your intellect, okay, your mind. So it's right on top of reverse Queen of Swords, which is also like a mind kind of askew. And Kriya is an action. So I'm recording this on Wednesday, which is Mercury's day. The chant for Wednesday is Om Buddhaya Namaha, because Mercury does rule the mind and the intellect and so forth. So I am getting some resonance about that with Buddhi, where the Buddhi mind is wise and utilizes that wisdom, right? And like from Mercury, the divine communicator, the messenger from the gods. So tapping in, tuning into that mercurial energy when you are like, you know, filling through the veil, like acknowledging the other side, like being open to communication from there. That's an action, saying it's not just a state of mind, it's an action that you do. Again, like I said, you create the space where your mind can go there. So again, if that means you have your candle and you have your stones and you have your incense and all the things and your intention, your meditation, whatever you do to connect in, the words you say, this is all an action, and it can be a repeated action to tune into and gain messages and insights from the other side, which for some of you is coming in very strongly. Okay, is there anything I missed for any other Pisces whose story this is not? If this is not your whole story, okay, this reading might not be for you, but there may be something in one of the cards that speaks to you. What is the higher spiritual lesson or insight that's going on for Pisces right now? Sometimes I listen to these and there's just like a line and I'm like, I came here for that line. Like I'm always looking for the thread. So, okay, we've got reclaim your energy and luminescence, again, which is coming home to yourself, loving yourself, self-care. So this is part of who you are, Pisces, this deeper nature that wants to be reclaimed. There's some magic in you that wants to be discovered, some wisdom. So calling those things back, saying, I call back my full self. I like to do a little practice where I imagine that I have a magnet somewhere like in center of me, either in my brain or my heart, and I imagine all the parts of me which I've divvied out to people all over the place in different projects and things and all the ideas and stuff, that I magnetize those all back and just feel them like all coming back. And it's like you begin to feel your energy return and you can feel more whole, and you didn't realize you had given so much of yourself out and that you were actually functioning on a reduced energy source because of all the places you're lending a hand, or you're lending an ear, or you're lending a heart, or you're considering, or you can't decide about. right? And we've got the indecision card here. Next to the Tower and next to the reverse world and next to the Death card. So like there's some still hang-ups maybe on some decisions about what has crashed and burned or what has gone out of your life, how to go forward on your own. So this first, like, reclaim yourself so that you're really functioning with a whole you, right? If you need help with that, please do let me know. Okay. Any other specific guidance for Pisces at this time? This is like a really powerful reading, Pisces. Love it. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful, clear interpretation and blessings for Pisces this week. I'm feeling it. I have Pisces in my 3rd house of communication. So, oh no, I'm sorry. That's a friend of mine. Pisces is in my 10th house of career. So, hence I'm here. So we get medicine woman, medicine man, acknowledging you are one. You may need to take yourself on a little vision quest of some kind. That doesn't have to be in the desert with no food for 7 days, but it can be like you go on a little self-retreat that's alone, that you can like not have your cell phone and just like dive down in and commune with the spirits and make some offerings. And walk in beauty is to begin to walk and see the beauty that's emanating from everything all around you, because you do, you exist partially on the periphery, Pisces, and we thank you for that. I feel that in my career, like I said, in my 10th house, that being on the edge. And so love that about yourself, because that is a magical part of you that the world desperately needs. So whoever left that you didn't want to, if that's the case for you, that's just, or there's some like spiritual structure even that's like changing somehow in your life, allowing you to be more this. So my last suggestion for you this week with the medicine man, medicine woman is I would put together a little bag. I have like this one's for my runes, but you can get smaller ones, like a medicine bag, and like putting a few power objects in there for yourself. Like maybe it is a little plant from outside, or a little bit of sage, or a bit of lavender for peace. I have my herbal medicine chest you've probably seen on my shoulder that is all herbs. So I have lavender for emotional support. I have comfrey for physical healing. I have sandalwood for spiritual connectivity. I have ayahuasca for like a full body alignment. That's my herbal medicine chest. I'm not suggesting you go get a tattoo of yours, but you could start with making a little medicine bag. Maybe some things go in it that remind you of this reading. Maybe there's a little tobacco for an offering, for communion, right? Or maybe there's a little calendula flower to remind you to brighten, or some foxglove, don't eat it, to like remind you to be connected. Or maybe like then you have some objects that, something reminds you of your wisdom, or like whatever it is that you could put in there as a reminder, a little stone or a little written poem or word to yourself, and whatever little things, you have some cherished things that represent something to you. So that becomes a medicine bag, and it carries like a bit of power to it. And as you think about what it is and you ponder it and you carry it with yourself, either in your pocket or around your neck or something, it's like a reminder of your accumulating power and wisdom. It's a reminder that you also have an obligation to like be more connected to the world because you're more aware. So that's part of the path of being a medicine man, medicine woman, is in a way you're also caretaking the world around you with your awareness. Okay, this one's gone a bit long, so I love you, Pisces. For you this week with the full moon, thank you so much for your presence in the world. I love you. See you next time.